Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 5, Episode 9, called Claws Out. So, we starting off with Florence, okay? So, she rehearsing, she got SunFest coming up, which, every festival she got working, rehearsing for, it's the biggest festival in the Haitian community. She says that's for every festival she does. Okay, so SunFest is no different, and she's gonna be bringing Trina on stage with her for their song "Bounce That Ass." I think that's what the name of the song is. Don't know, don't quote me. So her girlfriend Claudia is there in support, and then after her little rehearsal, they sit down to talk about the SunFest, and they also talk about Gael. I guess supposedly, Gael and Flo once made up, so she's gonna be there in support for her at the little SunFest, and asks Claudia to be on her best behavior. Claudia says she ain't got, trying to be on her best behavior, but if somebody comes for her, then, she gonna have to do what she gotta do. Whatever. Apparently Claudia and Gael got some type of beef and whatnot. Okay, at this point in your life, Flo, who does Gael not have a problem with? Okay, everybody in your life she has a problem with at this point, or everybody you are in your life romantically, whatever the case may be, she got a problem with. So what else is new? Okay, so I guess they have some beef from way back when that they never cleared up. Looks like they never gonna clear up. Okay. So after that, they then talk about the relationship. So Claudia's like, well, how am I going to be at this little SunFest? Am I going to be like your friend, girlfriend, whatever? Because Flo still hasn't told her sister Joyce or her mom that she's in a relationship with another female. And if she tells Joyce, or if Joyce finds out, she's immediately going to go tell the mom. Because I'm feeling like Joyce is the favorite child out of all of them to the mom, the one that's closest with the mom. So, of course, it seems like, whatever Joyce knows, she's going to tell the mom. So, Florence is not ready to let her mama know that, she's bisexual or whatever she is. So, therefore, such and such, that's why she don't really want to come out as, or have Claudia come out as her girlfriend just yet. So Claudia's annoyed by that, but at the same time, if she isn't out, Claudia, then you're going to have to respect that and just wait for her to come out. But like I said, are we really going to be waiting forever? Because this is all on TV, and I'm sure your mom will be watching the show. So regardless, if she didn't know before, she dang sure gonna know now. So at this point, you might as well tell her before the end of the season, so she don't be looking too stupid on, when she be watching this later on, like right now with the rest of us. Anywho, did they talk about anything else? Nope, Claudia's just tired of being in the dark. Well, you know what, Claudia, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Because that's not something you could just come. You could, but just not recommended for you to come out and tell everybody that she's a lesbian or bi or whatever. So that's something you just gonna have to leave on Flo to finally be able to have the courage to tell her own family. So we then move on to Eliza and Amara. They meet up with their daughters for a little, I guess, kiddie date. So they're talking, and I'm just looking at Amara's daughters. All I see is Alan, man. I'm just like, Amara, I'm pretty sure they got some things from you, but you look at them and like at a quick glance, all you see is Alan. Like, Alan cannot deny these dang kids, even though he don't come see them. Even though you got to go over there for him to see the girls. Ooh, they look just like Alan, boy. Like, Alan, I'm sure he don't deny them, but like, even if he did, like, you can't deny them, because like, bro, they look just like you. Like, that's your sperm all the way. Anywho, so yeah, they go they go talking about Safari. Eliza's just like, leave the trash in the trash can. Like, she ain't trying to hear about none of that. And I guess because of the little riffraff, Safari had a birthday party not too long after. Amara didn't go to the birthday party, but I guess Shay went to the birthday party. And Amara's feeling some type of way because Shay didn't even call her or let her know she was going to the birthday party. Huh? Really? We feeling so? Amara, you just be feeling some type of way about everybody and everything. Like, she's still cool with Safari. Her man... Well, I feel like I have something on my neck. Anyway, I feel like Fable, Fabian, and Safari are like two peas in the same pod. So if her man's going, of course she gonna be there. Like, for goodness sakes, when they was supposed to have like a bro outing, like whatchamacallit, him, Fable, Fabio, Fabian, and Safari, Shay went. So if he's going to the birthday party, why wouldn't she go? So, if you got an issue, if that's really a big issue, then you should discuss it with Shay. But I feel like Amara just be saying stuff sometimes just to show that she's annoyed or just to be dramatic. So, whatever. But then Eliza expressed that she thinks it's weird that Shay is still cool with Von Shay after that whole poker situation debacle where Von Shay went off on Amara. And Amara was like, yeah, that's weird because, I knew Von Shay longer than Shay did. So it's like, I don't know why she's like acting like so more support for Von Shay than for me. And da da da. Do you think they're talking behind my back? And Eliza was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. They are talking behind your back. And then that's when Eliza lets us know, like, Fable, Shay got something to worry about too because according to the blogs, excuse me, Tasha K, I guess Fabian has a fiance out in Milwaukee, and that Tesla that he gave Shay on the daughter's birthday party, is actually the fiance's car. So he stole it and gave it to Shay. Listen, I already heard this before this came out of this episode. That's their problem. If that is the case, if it is true that homeboy Fabian really took that car, gave it to Shay, I wouldn't be surprised. A Tesla is a very expensive car. It's a lot of money to have that. I'm not saying Fabian, don't have the funds for that. I'm sure he does. It's just, it's just a very expensive purchase that, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he was leasing it for his fiance, and technically maybe it's in his name because he's leasing it, but him and his fiance, quote unquote, allegedly, whatever, is not together no more. So he took it back without her knowing and, gave it to Shay. Not saying this is the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the scenario. So I don't know. Okay, I'm just watching the show, but at the same time, I'm not feeling like this is all lies as they try to claim it is. So meanwhile, while they're having this conversation, we see Shay and Von Shay at the bar or whatever, talking about Amara and poker night. So Von Shay once again admits that, it kind of went too far, went left field. But, Shay wants them to talk, to hash it out. Von Shay doesn't really know, if they should do that. But, okay, she's going to do it for Shay. And then that's when they talk about, Von Shay brings up Fabian's fiance and all the allegations and whatnot. So even the producer's trying to ask her about it. Shay doesn't want to talk about it. And she leaves. And I'm just like, the fact that you immediately like, oh, my ball goes up, we're not talking about this, I already told y'all we're not talking about this, and you walk away. It seems like it's true. Because I'm sorry, I don't care that they did talk about it later on in the episode. The fact that you were so quick to be like, I don't want to talk about it, leave, it seems like y'all going to act like it's fake on camera, but it's really true behind the scenes. So, okay, we'll get to that one. We'll talk about more a little bit when we get to that scene when they talking in the kitchen and whatnot. So then we move on to Trick. So he's cooking at his house. The twins, I guess, had another studio session, whatever day, and they didn't show up. So they walk in like everything's all fine and dandy, easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And Trick talks to them about missing a studio session. I guess they forgot because they was at the club networking the night before, which was when the studio session was. And Trick said, they're going to have to figure out their own studio session now moving forward because he's trying to help them, but they're not taking it serious. So since they're networking at the club, they could get those people that they're networking with to help them figure out their little studio time, pay for it, all that stuff. So they kind of just look like, they just look like they're just sitting like a deer caught in headlights. Like they hear what Trick is saying, but it's like, it's not, because I can't even say going in one ear out the other. I feel like it's going in their head, but it's like very confusing. So they can't even like concoct a way for it to go out to the other ear. Like, I don't know if this is a facade or were they trying to give off with their little Hollywood twins persona or whatever. But I'm just like, I feel like you guys are smarter than you're letting on. And it's frustrating to me because it's just like, why are you playing dumb? Like, I feel like they're purposely playing dumb. And I'm just like, I don't feel like you guys are dumb, but I feel like you guys are going to act like, oh, the cute twins that always dress the same and always have the banging bodies and stuff. And like y'all networking and doing this, doing that. But like, you guys can't even really conform a sentence together. Like, I really genuinely don't feel like that's really who they are. I feel like they're just playing it up for the TV and that maybe they're underneath all that. They're really smart. But I can't tell. So, if this is the way they are, then, well, They made it to TV. So we then get to Suki. She's back from London and she's at a club with Trina. I guess she gets a phone call from Zoe, goes out to meet up with her, Zoe Brinks. And, they talk. I guess Zoe and Suki go back, way back. I guess she used to do Suki's hair. They even show flashbacks and clips from them back in the day. I'm glad you guys did, okay? Because to be honest, when they first said that, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys go way back, because a lot of the times on these dating shows, they be like, oh yeah, me and this person go way back. We knew each other, this, that. So the fact that they actually had clips from way back, like you can tell Suki was younger, Zoe was younger and stuff. I was like, and the video quality was like a little grainy and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. All right, I guess this is, y'all really do know each other way back. So I thought that was cute. So they chop it up in the back a little bit. Like, it looks like in a freaking alleyway, but okay. They're talking and I guess they have a song together. Zoe's coming out with the album, so she wants to definitely promote that song with Suki on it because, Suki's bigger than her in the industry. And, she even talks about the woman empowerment thing that Cindy has going on with Trina. So she expressed to Suki the whole little ordeal, like a little snippet, like Cliff Note version of what done happened. So Suki's like, well, Trina's inside the club right now. So, excuse me, if I were you, I would just talk it out and, pretty much closed mouths don't get fed type thing. So, okay. Zoe goes in the club, sees Trina. They actually, finally cordially meet. And Zoe asks Trina for a one-on-one. They go sit down and talk. Zoe does eventually apologize. She goes around about it, some type of way. But she does apologize. And Trina said she will talk to Cindy about the whole woman empowerment project or whatnot, because technically Cindy's the one who decides who's on the project or not. Stop right there, Trina. I'm going to have to stop you right there. Because if I recall, okay, Trina, I can recall it, not last episode. I feel like it was the episode before last episode. So this is episode 9. Episode 7. Okay, if I'm recalling correctly, when Super Cindy came, was it Super Cindy? Cindy, okay? I'm just going to say Cindy. When she came to talk to you about what done happened between you, Joy, and Zoe Brinks, okay? You the one who said you don't want to work with her because, you're not about that drama and stuff. I could have sworn you said that. And then that's when Cindy was like, okay, because Trina don't want to work with you. So, unfortunately, you're not going to be on a project no more. But now you're saying, oh, that's technically up to Cindy. But Cindy came to you and you're the one who said you didn't want to work with her. So you knew Cindy was going to say she don't want to work with Zoe Brinks. So technically, Trina, no, it's not Cindy's decision. Because if you were to say, I don't care, let's still make this work and happen, that was a mishap, we can still make it work and happen, Cindy would still keep Zoe Brinks on a project. So if you want to stay on a technicality, Cindy is the one who decides who is and who isn't on the project. Sure, Trina, but we already know why Zoe was X'd out. It's because you didn't want her. So Trina, please, I don't know who you're trying to lie to. I don't know why you're trying to lie to Zoe. Like, we don't got, proof evidence that you kind of persuaded Cindy to not have Zoe on the okay. But you're gonna talk to Cindy. Does that mean that Zoe's gonna be on the project? Probably not. If she is, then that's cool too. But she already got X'd out, so we'll see. Trina, I'm not saying you're not a woman of your word, but I'm just like, you literally just lied to this girl in her face talking about Cindy's, well, technically, she even lied to her. She told us in the confessional, but I'm just like, Trina, why are you lying to us? Because we saw what happened 2 weeks ago on episode 7. Okay, so we then move on to Trick. He takes the twins to see a manager. He was like, oh, I'm going to have you see a manager. Brings them to his restaurant at Sundays. And I guess the manager of the restaurant, he's there to try to show the twins real work. So he gives them aprons to put on and said they got bathroom duty. The girl, one of the twins, can barely wipe the toilet. She's like, I can't have my face close to the toilet and stuff. Manager's like, okay, who clean y'all toilet at home? So the girl's like, the maid. And you know what? If I could, I would too. Listen, I do not care for cleaning for cleaning the bathroom myself because y'all just do, it's just nasty. Obviously you try to upkeep it the best you can, but it's just, I don't want to be scrubbing no toilets either. So I understand, I definitely understand. But at the same time, you can't be leaving it dirty for forever. So it's like you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, they just, like I said, there's just a freaking persona to me that's not real. So I don't know how to comment else on this, because Trick left him in the restaurant, just left with his little white Suburban. So, well, if y'all would have, shown up to the studio, y'all wouldn't be at Sunday's eatery cleaning the toilet with people having bubble guts after eating some soul food. So anyway, we move on to Shay. She sets up the meeting between Amara and Von Shay. Von Shay comes, says she's only doing this for Shay. Then Amara comes with Eliza and immediately goes left. Are we surprised? Not really. Von Shay's thing is that Amara's acting like she don't know her. Amara's like, I only knew you for a couple months. But I'm just be so confused, because earlier when she was talking with Eliza about Shay, she said she knew Von Shay longer than Shay did. Back at this one in the beginning of the season, they kept talking like they knew each other for the longest and they go way back. And this is what I be talking about. Y'all be lying. Y'all be lying left and right. So in the beginning of the season, y'all knew each other for like a hella long time. But now Amara's saying it's only been a few months. Which one is it? So, like I said, it goes immediately left. Von Shay ends up, even though Von Shay said, oh, it went left at the poker thing, but you on, high emotions, hysterical, whatever, and you threw your drink at Amara yet again. Amara tried to act like she was cool with it, but of course she ends up throwing food on Von Shay. Security gets in the way, and like they keep arguing back and forth, and eventually Amara just walks away. And I'm just like, they just spewing stuff at each other. Amara spewing at Von Shay that she's not happy, and Von Shay telling Amara she's a single mom, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, both of y'all in the wrong. Like, Von Shay more so because she was hyped to begin with from the poker game and this scene. But Amara, listen, Amara be doing the most too, so it's kind of just like, I really don't care about this scene. Like Eliza, I feel like Shay tried to, is kind of like, oh, I'm stuck in the middle and stuff. Not really, Shay. Just leave it alone. Just don't, whenever you hang out with one person, don't talk about the other person. Just leave it at that. With Eliza, it's just like, she just calls Von Shay Miami Tip because, I guess she feels like they're both immature, whatever the case may be. Maybe so. But listen, at the end of the day, why can't we just learn to let people who don't get along, let them not get along, okay? Maybe we could be cordial one day to the point we could walk past each other and not say anything. But at this point, let's stop trying to make everybody, men together. Let's stop trying to make fetch happen, okay? If people don't F with each other, listen, just don't F with each other. I'm still cool with you. I won't talk about homeboy when I'm with you. I won't talk about homegirl when I'm with you. Let's just leave it at that, because at this point, trying to get someone together that, two people together to discuss and hash things out who both aren't ready to discuss and hash things out, that's it. Because even Amara was like, she's not trying to make up with nobody. She don't care. So that already told you where her loyalty lied to begin with, to be honest. So we're going to move on to, we get to the SunFest. So per Flo wants, for what she told us, it's in a remote location. So the traffic to get there and back is like only one road for each side. So it's going to be ridiculous. And it's on the hottest day of the summer. Flo is still getting ready at her salon. So is Claudia. But when Gael comes in, because, Gael always shows up. To wherever Flo is at, Gael shows up. So when Gael shows up, Claudia gets up and walks away, removes herself. So, at least she's trying to make sure there's no drama. And Gael says, oh, what is Trash doing here or whatever? Or did you tell her? She didn't say what is Trash doing here. She asked Flo, did she tell, Joyce about Trash? So Flo once was like, listen, don't call her Trash. That's my girlfriend. But no, I didn't tell Joyce because I ain't trying to have no drama right now. I'm focused on this SunFest. We need to hurry up, get ready so we could go. I'm not trying to, listen, guys, you need to be on your best behavior. I know how you are. Please, this is my day. Just let me have it. So Gael's like, listen, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to. Okay. So you say, Gael, because with your track record on this damn show, anything you say I got to take with a grain of salt because it just be very questionable a lot of the times. Anyway, we didn't get to Shay and Fabian. Okay, I guess they got a house together and moving to the house, and I guess now Shay feels like this is the perfect time to talk about the whole fiance fiasco that's going all around the internet and blogs. So they're talking about it, and pretty much they're trying to say all of these allegations is a lie. And when they talk about the Tesla, Fabian's just like, well, if I stole it, then how come she didn't come for it back? And they're just trying to laugh it off. I don't believe a lick of what they say. I don't believe none of the laughs, and them trying to act like, oh, they just gonna make it seem like it ain't nothing. He calls the girl delusional, but I mean, come to find out, him and homegirl really did date before. So, I don't believe that it's all a lie. I don't, because while I do know a lot of women lie, be lying on men and whatnot, but y'all did date. So who's to say you didn't fill her head up with lies saying y'all was gonna be married and whatnot? Who's to say you didn't get her a ring? Who's to say you didn't buy her that Tesla? I told you, what my mind thinks happened with that whole car situation. So I'm sorry. I don't believe that all that she's saying is a lie. Maybe she exaggerated some parts of it, but I do believe that some of it is truth. So whatever, they want to say it's a lie, okay, whatever, that's fine. But I'm just saying, if it was all a lie, why would you be, feeling some type of way talking about you don't want to talk about it? If it was a lie, then you should have said that from the get-go. Oh, she lying, ain't nothing to take serious from that. But no, you told them you didn't want to talk about it. And when Von Shay brought it up, and the producers came to you, you got up and left. So, with your little attitude, that Shay be having sometimes. So, I don't know. It seems like you guys just concocted a thing to say it was a lie. But whatever, we don't care. So, after that, Fabian goes out to continue moving boxes into the house. MJ pulls up out of nowhere, like, do you not drive, sir? Where's your car? Like, because you walked up and then after the scene, you walked away. So I'm just, because I feel like MJ be walking all over the place. So anyway, that's beside the point. So he walks up to talk with Fabian. And at first it seems like it was kind of cordial, but I don't know what short fuse or short temper that Fabian has, because he just gets to the point where he's like, well, are you trying to talk to me or whatever? Because if you're not trying to help me move some boxes in the house, there's nothing for us to talk about. MJ's like, I'm not here to help you move, bro. I'm here to discuss what's going on. So it kind of goes left a little bit. Like, they don't come to blows or anything, but clearly, like, it was getting heated to the point where it could come to blows if there was nobody to kind of interject. So obviously Shay hears what's going on outside. She comes out, yells at MJ to leave. He ends up leaving. Shay gets frustrated, like, oh, you guys can't, no one is happy for me, my relationship, da da da. You know what, Shay? Listen, for you, if you want to stay with Fabian, that is on you. We're just going to wish the best for you. And hopefully you realize one day that you deserve better. I'm going to keep saying that, because he just, I don't know, something about him, I just... To call your mother bitch/cunt, out of left field like that, to me, it's just kind of concerning for you and your relationship, Shay. But if you want to stay in that environment, we're just gonna pray for you. And just for MJ, don't feel no type of way that she talked to you, and told you yelled at you to leave. You're just gonna have to pray for her. People like that in situations and relationships like that, those are the type of situations you can't do nothing about it. Like, you can try to pull them out of the situation, but it has to be them who wants to come out of the situation themselves. All you can do is just observe from afar, but just hope the best, pray for them, and hopefully they could get out of the situation before it's too late. Because if you try to pull them out, they're going to keep looking at you as the enemy, and it's just going to create a bigger riffraff, like as we're seeing unfold between Shay and her family. So at this point in time, you're just going to have to pull back. And, like I said, watch from afar, because you want to still make sure they're safe, but there's nothing else you can do until they're ready to leave the situation themselves. Other than that, we're going to have to move back to this SunFest event that looks like it's a disaster. So they finally finished getting ready, Flo and them, and they're 90 minutes away until showtime. So traffic is crazy. And for me, I'm just like, so you couldn't get there early to just get ready in a trailer or something? No. I mean, they got there on time. I mean, I think by the time they got there, it was still 30 minutes until she had to perform. But her dancers are not there. Trina's not there. Trina's not answering the phone. And I think by the time they got to the event, the dancers was just leaving wherever they were to come to the event. And I guess Marlon shows up. Claudia lets us know she don't like him because whenever he comes around, he can tell that Flo once gets weak at the knees. Listen, Flo once loves the man, okay? She just left him because he just done too dirty. But if it wasn't for that, she would still be with him. Like, she loves him, understandably so. They've been married or together for I don't know how long. They got 3 kids together. So there's always going to be love there. He just effed up too much. So whatever. Yes, he makes her knees still weak. I'm sure possibly, I'm not going to say they are, but, I wouldn't be surprised if they were still doing things on the side. Okay. So Claudia doesn't like him. Gael doesn't like him, even though she still effed him anyway, even though she didn't like him probably when she effed him, whatever. So we're not going to bring up old stuff, right? So I guess Florence's manager, Betty, says they're next to perform. Florence said how she going to perform when Trina's not there and her dancers are not there, but it's like, well, she going to have to, the show must go on. Listen, Florence. I'm not no entertainer. I don't know entertainment industry business and stuff. Okay, I'm just a regular schmegular person who just watches this show and then comes on YouTube to talk about it. All I'm gonna say, okay, listen. You think, because I have to bring up other people. Since we all love Beyonce and stuff. I'm gonna bring up Beyonce as a scenario. You think if Beyonce didn't have, her guest people to come on the show, if she didn't have, her dancers there on the show, you think she's going to say, oh, I can't go because the dancers are not there? Because my guest performer is not there? Who's like bigger than me? No. Okay, she's still going to go on stage and perform. So listen, Florence, you can't be relying because she's like, oh, the dancers are a major part of the song for the choreography. Florence, who's the star here? Who's the entertainer here? The dancers or you? Okay, you. Okay, here's the thing, Florence. You need to start. I'm not saying you gotta be cocky and all this stuff. You call yourself the queen of compa, right? Act like it. If you calling yourself the queen of compa, you shouldn't need dancers. Yes, they're gonna add some flair to the performance and whatnot. It's gonna make it look nice and stuff. But at the end of the day, you're the artist. You're the sole entertainment. Because I think this is your song that Trina's featured on. You know what I'm saying? So like, you need to get in that mindset. Like, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't have to be cocky and stuff. But if you calling yourself the queen of compa, dang it, you better get on that stage and act like you're the queen of compa. Even though I never, as a Haitian person, I never knew you before loving hip hop Miami. So, I didn't know how you were the queen of compa at the time. But that's besides the point. I don't know every Haitian song, in the community. But like back to what I'm trying to say, okay? If you call yourself queen of compa, you need to be strong your stuff like you the queen of compa, okay? And you trying to redeem yourself. Listen, you shouldn't need the other people to help you redeem yourself. You should be able to do that on your own, to go out there and show them what you got. I'm just saying. So, she go on stage looking all nervous and stuff. I was about to call you Gaia. I'm so sorry. Florence. You're an artiste. Go out there and entertain. Do what you need to do. Listen, I don't hate the girl, okay? She may have been annoying in other seasons, but this season I feel like she's more chill, calm, cool, collective, and I don't hate her. Listen, I'm all for people trying to, get higher in life and whatnot. So listen, you'll be fine. Okay, you'll be fine. And I'm sure when we get to the next episode, Trina gonna come out and surprise you, and you're gonna be happy. Your dancer's gonna be there, and everything's gonna be all fine. Because I know this is all for entertainment purposes and whatnot. So listen, you'll be alright, okay? And at the end of the day, even if they didn't show up, I'm sure you can still do your thing without nobody there with you. So that was the end of the episode. We're gonna have to see what happens next week. These people stress me out, man. But I still watch anyway. But anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's cool. Okay, come back next week. we're going to have more jokes for these people, okay? So then you can laugh then, subscribe then. That's cool. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.